and welcome back. In today's video, I am going to show you the underlying items and necessities to prepare a project dashboard. In order to prepare any type of project dashboard, you should have your project schedule and your list of activities. Besides that, you should have a clear status for each activity in your project. For example, the activity number 1 here is completed because it's 100% completed here. Besides that, it's delayed since the planned start date was 12th of June, but it began on 16th of June. And same applies for the other activities. This type of information will enable you to prepare such dashboards for your project. We have discussed this dashboard in a different video. If you are interested in learning how to prepare such a dashboard, you can refer to the video in the Microsoft Excel playlist of this YouTube channel. In today's video, we will only focus on preparing the activity list, the status, which is fully dynamic. For example, the resource acquisition activity here is planned to be started on 22nd of August. But let's say it starts on 24th of August. As you can see, the status here will be shown as delayed. And let's say, for example, it's 20% completed. It will show in progress. In today's video, I'm going to show you the functions necessary to prepare the status, and besides that, we will discuss the conditional formatting. In order for you to have a clear picture that what I'm talking about, for example, let's make this a date earlier than the planned start date. Let's make it, for example, 11th of June 2022. As you can see, it will be started early. And if you make it like 12th of June 2022, which is the started plan date, it will be started as planned. Besides that, if we change this percentage, for example, to 75%, it will be in progress. So let's get started and let me show you how to prepare such a document. In here, I have the list of the activities that needs to be completed in order for the project to be completed. Next, I have the planned start date, planned end date, actual start date, expected completion date, duration, status, and percentage completed. Let's assume that for this activity, the start date will be today. It will be 18th of June 2022. The planned end date will be this date plus duration, and press enter. We will assume that our activities are finished to start from beginning till the end. So the start date for the next activity will be the end date for this activity plus 1 day. And the same end date will apply to this activity. So what I will do is to drag it to the last activity in here. And I will do the same for this one. Now I will add the durations for each activity. Let's assume this activity will take 3 days to be completed. The next activity will be 4 days. The next activity will be completed in 6 days. And let's say this activity will be completed in 2 days. The next activity will be completed in 7 days. And this will be completed in 5 days. This will be completed in 3 days. And this will be completed in 2 days. So now we have the planned start date, the planned end date, and durations for all the activities. And in the last here, we have the percentage completed. First, we will select the percentage completed for all activities. And we will go to conditional formatting. From there, we will select data bars. And we will select more rules. And here, I will assign the minimum and the maximum numbers. In terms of percentage, the minimum number, which is 0%, will be 0. And the maximum number will be 1, which is 100%. So from here, I will select number, and the value for the minimum number will be 0, and for the maximum number, again, I will select number, and the value for the maximum number will be 1. Next thing is to change the color. For example, I will use this color, and click OK. Now in here, if I write down, for example, 50%, as you can see, the bar will be added itself. If I make it 75%, the bar will be updated. Now, in order to judge that whether our activity has been delayed or has started as planned or has started before the planned date, in this column, we will write down another rule. For that one, we will use the if function. There are 3 different conditions: started before the planned date, started as planned, or delayed. For that one, I will use the if function. So I'll write down in here equal sign if the actual start date is bigger than the planned start date, the activity must be termed as delayed. So comma, quotes, delayed. And again, for the second condition, I will again use the if function. I'll write down comma, if this date equals to this date, so Excel should write for me started as planned. Now for the last part, if our actual start date is smaller than the planned start date, the activity will be termed as started earlier than planned. For that one, again I will use the if function. If this cell is smaller than this cell, Excel should term it as started early. I close the double quotes and close all the parentheses. Press enter. Since we don't have anything here, it's termed as started early. But for example, let's put an actual start date later than this date. Let's see what happens. For example, let's write down 19th of June 2022. As you can see, it's delayed. If we make it the same date as this one, for example, 18th of June, started as planned. Now the next thing is our activity in progress? Is it completed, or we haven't started performing the activity until now? For that one, I will use the if and and function. In this cell, I will write down equal sign if the value in this cell equals to 100% or 1, then this activity should be termed as completed. The next case is if the value is between 0 and 100%, then we will write down if and open parenthesis and open parenthesis. This value is between 0 and 1, or 0% and 100%. The value in this cell is greater than 0, but at the same time, the value in this cell is smaller than 1. I'll close the parenthesis and comma, in quotes, I will write down in progress. Close the double quotes. For the last condition, I'll write down if the value in this cell equals to 0, which means that our activity is not started. Close the quotes, close the parenthesis once, 2 times, and 3 times, and press enter. Since it's 75%, the activity is in progress. Let's make it 100%. It will be completed. If we make it 0%, it will be not started. I'll drag this till the last activity. I'll do the same for this one. Now if I go, for example, if I update the percentages, make this 100%, and let's make this 50% and make this, for example, 75%. As you can see, these numbers will change. Besides that, for the expected end date, I'll write down equal sign actual start date plus the duration. At the same time, for example, if I come, this activity starts at 22nd June. If I make it, for example, 21st June, as you can see, it will be started early. And if I make it, for example, 23rd June, it will be delayed. The last thing in here is to apply the conditional formatting on these. For that purpose, I will select all of this, go to conditional formatting, and here highlight cells rules and equal to. If the cell in here says delayed, then it should be shown in red, for example. I'll go to custom format and the fill should be red. Beside that, the font color should be in white. And click OK and OK. And if it's started as planned, then it should be in green. I'll go to conditional formatting again, highlight cells rules equal to started as planned. For that one, our fill should be green and our text color should be in white for that one as well. Click OK. You can do the same for this one. If it's completed, what color do you want to represent that activity? If it's in progress, what specific color do you want to use for that activity? I hope the content of the video were helpful and informative. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and visit our Instagram and LinkedIn pages. Thank you very much for watching.